Why, look, it's one of my favorite human beings, Mr. Sam Hьюэн. Sam,
Oh.
you materialized out of nowhere.
Yes, I did. Yes, I just teleported in.
Among his many talents. Congratulations, Sam is here, of course, for The Spy Who Dumped Me, this crazy new action comedy. It's Sam, it's Mila Kunis, it's Kate McKinnon. You're in with the right people for this kind of a movie.
I was right in the middle with the right people. Those two girls are incredible. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's a lot of fun. They're just so funny, and such a beautiful friendship they have as well.
Was this kind of like the change of pace you kind of needed after kind of relentless drama, romance, misery, etc. of a few seasons of Outlander? Was this the right palate cleanser that you were looking for?
The movie is fantastic to work on and completely different to Outlander. And, you know, that whole comedy world is so different to straight drama, especially, you know, Outlander where, you know, it's scripted, we have a real schedule to adhere to. On that show, it was, you know, in the movie, everything's just out the window.
Yeah. So growing up, what were you into comedy-wise?
Oh, wow.
Whether it's like an actor or a film that you couldn't know by heart, like what were the ones that like really?
Oh, wow, that's a really good question. Kate, you know, I've been watching on SNL and she's just terrific, you know. I kind of like the zany stuff.
This is an interesting, you know, moment for you in that like this is kind of one of the first opportunities you've had to kind of reap the rewards of Outlander, of like work outside of the Outlander universe and kind of like see what else is out there. What's coming across your desk and how would you change it if you could?
My desk is a very small desk, actually, at the moment. No, it's been fantastic. You know, the problem is that Outlander shoots for such a long period of time that it's about finding something that can fit in that gap. But we've had some great projects. And, you know, and this one is a comedy, which is kind of different to Outlander. And I'm going on to do this movie with Vin Diesel, which is a sort of action, which is based on the comic books. Right. So there's definitely an action element, and we're looking at a few other things that are completely different. But it's fun. It's fun to stretch those muscles and do something completely different.
So talk to me a little bit. We were talking when you got here. You haven't shot anything yet on Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. This is going to be a cool project, I think.
Yeah.
Are you a comic book fan? This is a Valiant comic, as I understand it. No one like Vin Diesel. That guy, he's got his fans. He's got his presence. He's like, he's going to bring it. So give me a sense of what boxes this checks for you.
Oh, this is ticking a lot of boxes. I mean, obviously Vin, I've been a fan of his, and you know, a man that's created action franchises, and this character I think is different for him. I think it's a great character. It's obviously Bloodshot, and he's this sort of military experiment. But to be honest, from the top, Dave Wilson, the director, is already, I haven't even met him, but I've spoken to him a lot from the top. He's creating this amazing atmosphere. He's getting the best people around him. The cast is incredible. So I'm gonna have a good time. And the character for me is you know, slightly different to things I've been playing before.
Are you an antagonist? Do you fight Vin? Are you? What was that? Is that your signature move as a character? That's like that's a sneak peek at the character.
That's it. That's a little sneak peek. No, you know, it is an action movie, and obviously Dave Wilson, you know, comes from the Deadpool guys and studios, so I think you can be sure there's going to be some amazing action sequences.
We always tend to like nerd out on our common like movie interests, and I was heartened to hear in another interview you mentioned when someone was asking you like your favorite Bonds. We share actually one that people don't talk about a lot. Timothy Dalton. Living Daylights is one of the best James Bond movies.
One of the best James Bond movies and one of the best openings, and I really liked him, and I believe he was supposed to do more.
Yeah, it was all the legal.
Yeah, but I liked him because there's an edge to him, and I think he's, you know, I kind of like that, you know, sort of slightly scary Bond.
One thing I appreciate about you is because I've talked to many actors that like have been like rumored or said, oh, they could be a good Bond, and a lot of them are just sort of like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that, whatever. You're kind of like, yeah, well, I'll talk about that. like, well, sure, I would play James Bond. Like, who wouldn't?
It's funny. I did actually meet for James Bond. You know, when they did the reboot, there was Bond 21, and they were looking at, you know,
every different age
group. Every guy that's ever worn a tuxedo. And I met Barbara Broccoli, and we went into Eon House, and they had the golden gun from the Man with the Golden Gun on the table. And how intimidating is that when you're sitting there? Like, wow.
Did you get to like do a camera test and everything?
I didn't do a camera test, no, but we did a few auditions, and it was just a great experience. I was, you know, kind of young and sweating profusely, and it was.
My Bond would be a sweater.
I think
this is my take on it.
But I feel like a Scottish Bond is the way forward now. You know, I think you know Fleming had a lot of Scottish ties, and I think you know Sean Connery obviously was one of the greats. And I worked with Roger Moore, so I think
it's all there.
The stars are aligning. You could be my nemesis.
That's
You could be the villain.
That's like a 3-minute short film. You would kill me in a second.
I don't know. You might have like some special glasses that like do things.
As long as I have a cat. Right.
Cats. I think cats are done. I think you need like a lizard or something.
Okay, we'll work on that. A little bit on Outlander before I let you go. You guys have shot the new season. What are the adjectives that come to mind when you would describe the season?
The new season, better than the last. No, it's a brave new world. I think those are the key. You know, we're in America. It's America in its infancy. Jamie and Claire are trying to settle there and find a home. And America is, you know, a land of immigration and immigrants and different cultures all colliding. And it's been fascinating to sort of portray America. The finale, I think, is the best finale we've had.
I assume there's no drama this year, because this is a show that does not have much that happens generally.
No, nothing ever happens on Outlander.
You guys should think about maybe, I don't know, getting into the drama game.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep up. You know, every episode on Outlander is always different. You know, we're always traveling to different places. So this is no exception. It's going to be a great season.
Well, I mean, you guys have already, we know there are 2 more seasons coming, I believe. That's been announced, which has got there's job security there. There's knowing that, I mean, this is no surprise given the reception to the show. But does that change kind of like your outlook, your approach, knowing that there are at least a couple more years of this to come?
Yeah, we've asked Vin if he can be in it. He's going to play a new character, and no, it's fantastic, you know, to have that security and to work with a character for that long. And as I say, you know, the show changes all the time, so it's not like we're doing the same show. I feel like we've gone such a journey with the characters and the show, and with our fans actually. And I think 5 and 6 are going to be no exception. We've got some really interesting things planned for season 5, and if it works out, you know, I think it's going to turn things on their head a little bit.
Nice. What are the unanticipated byproducts of the success on Outlander day to day? Like
meeting you.
Well, that's a
meeting
gift that never ends.
Yeah, it is. You actually give me things from your office now, so I feel
you
like
took an alien hat. You took
every time I come to your office, I'm going to take more of your furniture.
You took my computer, which really seems like overstepping your bounds a little bit.
Come on, you said what's mine is yours.
But I guess, I mean, besides this wonderful...
How much is the shirt? I'll take the shirt. And the shoes, actually. I've always wanted a pair of those. I used to have those when I was a kid, actually.
Well, I'm a child. I'm basically a child.
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of, I bet you're sent unlimited amounts of whiskey and kilts and...
Not enough. Not enough.
You are always welcome here, even though you steal things out of my office. I'm just going to bolt them down for next time and set some boundaries. Because... You're enjoyable to be around, but you are also a thief.
Yeah, I am. It's true. Yeah, so I look forward to stealing more merchandise.
Don't take the table. We need this. Okay. Spy Who Dumped Me. Check it out. Sam Hьюэн.